This is Wurps. Welcome to my knife deep dive video. Now here's a graphic I put together. It might be a little confusing, but this is a representation of what small differences in attack speed can cause with the new knife weapon. Now notice here how I'm attacking at exactly 375 milliseconds. All of the hits result in the blood explosion. Now here's me just manually clicking. You'll notice there's gaps. Now see what happens when I click at just 350 milliseconds. This is what I explained in the graph before. It'll cause you to loop and you'll actually miss an attack. So you can lose quite a lot of damage if you're not using an auto clicker or attacking perfectly. So keep that in mind. A little addition. You don't need to click perfectly or anything. You just need to not go too fast because you'll miss hits. A little slower is better. Try to find the sweet spot. Just to get it out of the way and clear up any possible confusion from my last video where I did not successfully kill the Nutcracker in my first attempt. This was likely due to the thing I mentioned before with me just not clicking at the right rate or me not being close enough because the hitbox on the knife is insanely small. Very small. Also, shells have value and shotguns have value again. Another important thing to note is that Nutcrackers were originally supposed to be invulnerable while in their patrolling state when their eyeball was not popped up, and that has been fixed / re-added to the game. So now you have to actually wait for them to pop their eye up before you start your knife ambush, or wait for them to shoot 2 shots and start reloading, or you're going to have a hard time. So giants can now be ankle stabbed to death. You can either cheese them into the door like this, or you can hide under some rock or anything they can't reach you at out in the wild, or under the ship and just stab them. It's 20 or 21 hits roughly, I'm not sure, but you can take them out with 2 stun grenades. If you get 10 or 11 hits in the first time, back off, do it again, and take out the rest of its health. You can take it out alone, or you can get a friend to flash a radar booster repeatedly and just stab it for free. You can probably use that strat on a lot of things. I don't think the Bracken is going to happen. His range is a little too long. So you can stun a dog like this by pulling the grenade, swapping to your knife, and just letting it pop in your inventory. You can then follow up and just completely knife it down. This doesn't really work as well with the radar booster. It's semi-possible, but the stun duration is kind of low and you have to really spam it while like circle strafing. So I've refined the spider killing technique with the knife to a pretty good point. You just crouch, spam attack until a hit lands, hold shift, which will automatically uncrouch you, while going backwards to sprint backwards a bit, recrouch, and repeat. Thumpers you can actually take out semi-easily by getting their attention when they're at a low speed or after a crash, crouching and just circling around them while attacking. For the centipedes, if they get on your head, you just scan. You'll see your knife, pick it up, and stab them. Butlers in co-op will take 5 hits from a shoveler knife, which is pretty easy. Watch out for the bees, though. Surprisingly hard to kill these without taking damage. The range is just too small. Might be possible with some smoother moves. Baboon hawks are a little iffy, but if you control your spacing perfectly, you can probably get them without taking any damage. I sort of just ran at him like a madman and spammed, but, you know. Against one masked, I have had success just kind of standing still and spamming, and it just can't move forward very easily. But I have been grabbed by a single one as well when they run. It's a little iffy. Thanks for watching. I may add additions or corrections / updates in the description or the pinned comment, so be on the lookout for that. This is also a beta, so some things are subject to change. We'll see. I will update the comments if so.